Hello everyone, Mark Kubi here. In today's video I actually decided to show you, finally decided to show how I actually make my own videos. Now before getting to the video, for making my videos, for recording and editing, I use Camtasia, that's both for recording and editing. As for making my thumbnails, I use Photopea. Anyway, so this is Camtasia, this is how it looks. It's actually a pretty professional software editor, so it's actually not that really hard to use as it already has. It's very well, coded and everything. So first of all, we have the media. Now this media is where I import all my files such as music, sound effects, images or anything like that. Let's for example import an image. So here we go, I decide to now upload an image and yeah, this is basically, as you can see, my profile picture I decide to add for some weird reason. Now next up, this is where I can actually just move it, my how do I say this, image of video, and yeah, this is where I can cut any images I want like this, pretty cool, right? Now next up I want to talk about is the zoom in and out. So this I can zoom in and out. I can also scroll like this, as you can see. So yeah, now we're gonna get to the resolution of frames per second. So for that I go to the project settings here and I go to the custom. Here I have the options for my resolution, as you can see. I can also set in the custom one. So this is how I go to making my vertical shorts videos, and I also go to the, here I have the option for 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second. I always go for 61 because it's better, Here I have the text and everything, and also the blurry stuff. So this is how I actually blur my images right here, as you can see. Here I have my bunch of arrows here. Here are also unique arrows, as you can see. Oh, I missed it. Here we go, unique. So we have this one, and we also have this one. Here we go. Here's the second image. I decided to go with the Minecraft grass block apparently. I don't ask me why, I just decided to. And here we go. So the transitions are everything that I use, like when I, rotate the camera when I go into the game and things like this. If you're watching my videos long enough, then you'll already see how we're doing. So here is, for example, the flip, and once I go all over, let me just do it quicker, and here we go, it flips. Cube rotate right here, as you can see, the glow effect. Now next up we have the behaviors. This is pretty similar to the transitions. Or for example, let's go with fade. Here we go, it's always like this, as you can see, and here you go. I can also, I guess, let's do the other one. Let's, for example, let's say do this one, and I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so I just go like this, and you go. It shows. This is every time I use an image to show up and things like that. One is pretty important. I don't use most of this. I don't think I never use really any of those. I only use this one. This one is that I zoom in on the image like this, as you can see. I always use this, or I can also move it from the time. For example, how it would go there, as you can see, it goes like this. But if I shorten it up, it goes quicker. I can even do it like this, and it goes immediately. Voice narration, I don't really have any mic on me right now. I mean, I know it looks like, but it's kind of turned off right now. The voice narration is basically how do I say this? When I'm talking while editing. Like for example, if I messed up some words or missed out on telling something important, I can easily just do that right here. Next up is the audio effect. Yeah, but volume level is obviously to make it louder, or the click speed. So I can add the click speed. I can also do it this way right here. And then here I go. This is gonna make it slower. Like you see, it's longer now. And if I go like this, for example, this is gonna make it faster. You see, it's shortened. Next up we have is the visual phase, and this is probably coolest. I can drop a shadow right here. Border, this is where every time I, face cam or any images like that, I can also make it bigger, thicker, and change its color. It's pretty cool, I guess. I can also cancel it right there. Then we have is the colorize, which kind of works like this. You can change the color I want to see, and opacity and things like this. Now we have the next stuff, we have the color adjustment. Every time I make it gray like this, I take it on the -11 right here, then here go -25. It's already pretty similar, but to not make it that bright, I just go a little bit like this, and this is how I make that gray stuff, get it? Now this is how I remove my green screen. Now this one is pretty cool. I rarely use this. I did use some of the videos, but I can, like, for example, put myself or complete video on here, like on a desktop, then on iPhone, MacBook Pro. Now let's how to upload my videos. Okay, so I go right here. This is, you see, I can upload it on my local file, another short film video on my Google Drive, but I'm obviously not gonna add those. I'm gonna upload it to YouTube, here we go. Now I go to the, let's just go ahead by that version, because I don't really have a name for it, and private it, because there's no reason for anyone to see this video. Obviously I'm gonna delete it after I am done recording this, actually. And yeah, this here I can choose for what. There's a title, a description, I can add a few texts, and yeah, so this is now, I'm gonna finish it, and then it's gonna start rendering and upload it to YouTube. Now how do I make my thumbnails? Well, with Photopea. Okay, so I can either open a file from my computer or start with completely new, so I can add customized files and everything. Well, I can also do it like this from uploading from my computer, but the first one is gonna come from a background. Either way, here is the Photopea. There's a lot of tools, so I'm not gonna go through everything because this video is already way too long, Now here you go, as you can see, I just put my profile picture in it. I can also change its size. Yeah, for thumbnails I use always this resolution, always this one. Because that's the best resolution for thumbnails apparently. Yeah, so this is my profile picture. I can also go to transport controls and always make it larger and things like that. If I want to return what I did, I just go back to those. This is basically my history, and here you go, this is how I do it. Now here is the opacity, I can play with it right there. Here you go, grass block, I can also put it down or below, as you can see. So here are the layers, like this is how the layers work. So I can, for example, if I want to fill out like a hole in the thumbnail somewhere, like for example, let's say you want to now do something completely random. If I want to cut stuff, I go to rasterize, remove all the stuff, just go like this. I can also go by color, but yeah, okay, for this one, this block is not gonna fit. So I'm just gonna do it my way. If I wanna show how the layers work and blah blah blah, and here we go. And now I go back to the grass block, I put it right there, and here we go. And this is how I can fill out the, you'll see. And now it looks ugly, but let's just go back to the history, yes. Next up I want to show is how I make text. Okay, so here are a bunch of fonts. I usually use the Luckiest Guy or text like that. It's one of the best fonts I have. The Rachel Sans is also fine, but Luckiest Guy is better. Here we go, type in my name. Okay, I'm gonna make it a bigger size, of course. Or it could be. Here we go, I can now change this color as well. Let's go with red, because red's my favorite color. Now last thing I will show you is how I decorate my stuff while making my thumbnail, like adding overlays, borders and things like that, Well, let's go now. So here is, I go to the, hold up, if you didn't see it correctly now, blending options, here we go. Now but being robust to make it like this, I usually use this, but just a little bit tiny bit. Next up I want to talk about is the stroke. This is the borders actually. You can change its color, let's go with white, and size, here we go. Now I go to the inner shadow, that's basically the inner shadow, with the text, here we go. I can also change its angle, its opacity, I can spread it and make it a bigger size. Next up is the color overlay. I can completely change its color. For example, now it was red, but it's no longer red. Now it was black, but it's no longer yellow. Now it's yellow. Gray overlay. Now this is actually pretty useful. I can, you know, get it into the multiple colors. For some weird reason, it doesn't want to change. I don't know why. I don't know it's a bug or something. Well, let me try it in the grass block. Here we go. It works with the grass block, like so you can see. There are multiple colors. Let's go with yellow on this one. On the other side, we will go with the red. And here we go. This is how it works. Yeah, I can also add another one. As you can see, let's go with, say this one is going to be pink. And here we go. Doesn't even look like a grass block, not even close anymore. The outer glove. Well, outer glove is something that I really used back in the old days. As you can see, this is, I barely use this now, but I used to use a lot back on my thumbnails, my older thumbnails. Now drop shadow, this is what I really use a lot, but you can barely see it because I make it look like something like this. Last but not least, I want to show you is a 3D. Now a 3D version is pretty cool. It's something new actually that they added. Let's go with white. And let me show how it works. Okay, so the 3D version is basically like making it longer in the back. Now I'm gonna show you in the text because the text is gonna be way more easier. Let's make it yellow. Well, not completely yellow, or they're gonna be seen. Okay, red is fine, I guess. There you go. It looks like it's on. If you're looking at it right now, on top of it, like this, for example, you know. So it's also another pretty cool feature that they added. But yeah, anyway, that's going to be today's video. This is basically how I make my thumbnails and videos. As you can see, it's kind of simple. Some of the video software editors and lots of thumbnail makers are, you know, kind of powerful, but not so many. I doubt that there are so many powerful software editors. Yes, but I have a pretty similar one. I will leave the link to the description if you want to download any of those. Without further ado, I will see you all soon.